So there are some businesses, a lot of businesses in our community, luckily, who also have roles outside of their business, and they do wonderful work for our community. And Mountain Valley Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of those. So with us today, Daryl Williams, Director of Marketing and Business Development for Mountain Valley Regional Rehabilitation Hospital. That's a really long title.
Yeah, we like long titles and long names of the hospitals.
But you know, it's important because right there you're saying, we're here, we're local, we're right here in the region, we do rehabilitation, and we're like a hospital for that. And I mean, it's great. It's descriptive. We're liking that. So we've done a lot of things over there, you know, about and talked about how rehabilitation occurs and why it's important and all that kind of thing. But this is a whole different thing. You know, Mountain Valley also is really committed to the community and helps beyond just rehabilitation.
All right. Well, and you know, you got Karen on here a lot, so you know a lot of the things that we're involved in, and this is just another piece of that pie. Ernest Health, who is the parent company for Mountain Valley, has been involved with the Salvation Army for as long as it's been in business, and so we just continued that. I know that every time they open a hospital, they make a donation, sizable donation to the local Salvation Army group. So I've been blessed, I guess, to be a part of that organization. I'm on the board for the Salvation Army here. So, you know, it is kind of one of those things. We feel like we're a part of this community, and we owe it more than just the work we do in the hospital.
Because, you know, there's so many elements in a community that takes to take care of everybody and to keep us all healthy and happy. But it's awesome that you guys work in the community that way. So why the Salvation Army? Is this just a...
Well, I guess it started way back when, because one of the founding fathers for Ernest Health, his father or grandfather was a captain in the Salvation Army. Oh, so that was the tie. So that family was very involved in it. So I think it's just been, well, since I'm the boss, that's what we're going to be really involved in. And it actually has been really fun. I think that Mark Roth, our CFO, was on the board before I was. We've kind of passed it down. So it's just been a real long-term partnership ever since we started 11 years ago here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the Salvation Army is, to me, a singularly interesting organization anyway, because it doesn't matter what your spiritual, religious beliefs are or whatever. I don't know of anybody who doesn't support the Salvation Army, both emotionally and financially, because they take care, you know, their money's where their mouth is, if you will. When they say we need to take care of people, that's what they do.
Yeah.
And, you know, their founder, William Booth in England, I mean, it was a bad time, you know, when he founded that, you know, 150 years ago or whatever. And so it was, we're going to help these people who are having a tough thing, and they're still doing that. And so that's incredible. What specifically do you do then with the Salvation Army to help them?
Well, so obviously my work on the board, and I'm now the treasurer of the organization too, but with us, I kind of just try and whatever I can do to serve, I do. Now, the thing we wanted to talk about today is the golf tournament we have coming up that we're Salvation Army sponsors, and it's really an effort to give underprivileged kids an opportunity to go to summer camp. Yeah. So everybody that's involved in it, obviously the golfers are having fun playing golf, but the outcome is that then 300 kids, I think, 100 kids, I think is the goal, get to go to camp. So that wouldn't have had that opportunity otherwise. So,
you know, and this again, the Salvation Army covers so many gamuts of need in the community, and I personally have a little kids to camp story about the golf tournament. Number one, I have played in it occasionally. By the way, I golf better barefoot. I don't know, you might try it. Sam Sneed was good at that. But yeah, I was on this team, and this guy was really good, and I was terrible. We have, you know, you have a fort. It's fun because it rotates. It's easy. Finally, I took my shoes off, and I started actually hitting the ball well. He's like, well, why didn't you do that before? Anyway, but it's a wonderful thing because golfing is fun, but it's such a win-win. So I was out at Walmart one time and actually recruiting parents to get their kids to come, the kids who needed to go to camp, who didn't have the opportunity. And this little boy and girl came up, and they were so excited, like, oh, when is it? And their dad was there. You could tell he was a single dad who worked really hard and struggled. And he's just looking really worried. And he said, well, how much is it? And I said, it's on a scale, I said, maybe nothing. Your children can go no matter what.
Right.
And I mean, the relief that flooded his face and the opportunity that those children would have. But you guys over at Mountain Valley Regional Rehabilitation Hospital are making that happen as well for these kids. Because you think there's something special about camp, you know, that...
Oh, well, we were talking before the show, you know, all of us that were in the green room had gone to camp as kids. So, yeah, I think it's a really neat thing. You know, you never know the opportunity you're going to have to really explore something new, right? That,
right.
Like this guy, his kids wouldn't have had that opportunity, and who knows what they might have learned.
Yeah,
that they
friendship, learning,
yeah,
you know, all this
exactly,
kind of stuff. Well, you know, Denzel Washington, we'll just throw out a few names while we're here. Actually, I know. Yeah. He was one who was involved with the Salvation Army as a kid. It helped bring him off the streets, and camp was big for him too. It changed his life. And I mean,
That's
look,
neat.
Denzel Washington, who doesn't want to be
Right.
Denzel Washington?
Right.
But I mean, it really is a power thing that makes a difference. So besides the rehabilitation that changed people's lives in terms of getting them back to 100% functioning and or doing the best with however they can, this is a great thing you guys are doing for the Salvation Army. So when's this camp coming up?
Well, I'm not sure
Or
when the
golf
camp
tournament.
is,
I'm
but
sorry,
yeah,
the
the
golf
golf
tournament,
tournament
yes.
is May 1st, so it's
'Cause you're gonna be
Tuesday.
golfing out
I
there,
will
yeah.
be out there playing. So
Barefoot or not.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get better weather than last year. Last year we got hailed on. We were actually have a photo of us scraping hail so we could putt. But hopefully this year it's going to be better.
And this is at Antelope. Where is this?
It's actually at Prescott Lakes Country Club.
Prescott Lakes
There's
Country
another neat thing for
Club.
guys that are or gals that want to play, because you know, us normal golfers don't get to play at country clubs.
That's right, because there's a little fee.
Yeah,
so this
exactly.
way you get to go. And again, you know, get a team and get a hold of them. And we can get more information on the screen for, I mean, not on the screen, but aztv.com. We'll have more information on how you can sign up and get involved. And thank you so much, Daryl Williams, Director of Marketing Business Development, Mountain Valley Regional Rehabilitation Hospital, more than just rehab. Thank you, Daryl.